morning, everybody. Let's see if me sale de la historia. Well, everybody knows that I'm a lover boy, and I was always dream chasing and chasing for love. All the wrong places. So I got on the Greyhound right here in downtown LA. And, I was just moving out of state, and I had nowhere to go. My life was stuck, and I didn't know exactly where I was going. So I got my ticket for New York, and got on the Greyhound. As soon as I got on the Greyhound, I met this awesome Filipina. She was awesome. I forgot her name, and I told her, "Where you headed?" She says, "Oklahoma." I said, "Huh? I ain't got nothing to live for. I guess I'm going to Oklahoma too." So yeah, I got in the job, and she was on her way. So we both kept each other company, and she didn't have a lot of family in LA, and I didn't have family in Oklahoma. And she was telling me she got a good job, they're gonna pay her good, and a couple of her family members got a house over there. And she had just graduated, and I was 16 and she was 18. I was, for whatever reason, I always was attracted to older women. So first day we started, talking and letting our emotions out. And second day, it took us like 2 days to get up there. And then the Greyhound stops every 15 minutes. It didn't really matter to me because I was flirting with her and I had nowhere to go. I just wanted a change in my life. I needed something dramatic or something impulsive, So she complimented me, and she was awesome. And so we stopped in Indio, and it stops like for 4 hours for restrooms and whatever. And obviously me, I was practically head up my heels. I said, man, I found the woman I wanna belong to, the woman that is gonna keep my dream alive, and the one that's gonna help me and change my life. And we got along good. And then the second, it stops in Dallas, Texas. No, it stops in El Paso. Another 4 hours. And then it stops in the station in Dallas, and it changes buses. And right there, we stayed another 4 hours. And we were excited, and she was more excited than anything that I was hers, And she was thinking of getting married with me and everything because she needed papers and everything, right? And she told me that around her and her family, I didn't have to worry about nothing. They'll give me a job, and we'll find a solution to our lives, Little did I know, something traumatic was about to happen. Number one, we stopped right there in Oklahoma, the substation, which is in downtown, which is right in front of the building that got blown up in Oklahoma. So we were there, and we waited for her family members to come pick us up, and they picked us up, and I ended up spending about a week with her, and they care for me, they love me. Our culture difference was, I think it would have paid a lot, but could have been happy. Well, the next couple days, let's say 2 or 3 days, the whole Oklahoma bombing happened. Boom, it blew up. And once it blew up, Oklahoma changed. And something alerted me, and something made me open my eyes that I didn't belong there. And I remember I went to the Oklahoma bombing building about a week later to go catch the Greyhound. And it was like night to day. The building, the huge building that was there, it was cut in half. And it was like a whole different city. It was like, can't describe it. Like a bomb or a nuclear bomb happened, and people, FBI's and Homeland and Army, and it was just a different trip, you know. And I remember I was in the Greyhound, and she was crying, and she was telling me not to leave, but I told her I didn't belong there, and she wasn't the one that I wanted to be with. And I left. I got on the Greyhound, and I got to see one of the most things that I wanted to go see, which was the place that Waco, Texas. It's right next door to George Bush's library, to his ranch. Waco, Texas is like literally around this area, you know. And I had seen Waco, Texas, that they were held up like 52 days, and they had a shootout, and I was seeing it on TV. It had happened like about a couple of years before. I'd say about 3-4 years. And I got to make it to Waco, Texas, and then I started thinking about my life, and from there I came back to LA. I went to El Paso, Texas. And from El Paso, Texas, I met other people there, obviously on the Greyhound. So bien chismoso y bien platicador, everybody. So I don't have a lengua or pelos en la lengua. I get along, you know. And I made it to El Paso. From El Paso, I crossed to Chihuahua, to Juarez, to Zacatecas, and I ended up making it all the way to Grullo, everybody. And that was my escape. And from the Grullo, I ended up catching, I still like about 10-15 days. From there, I came back on the bus, everybody, and the Mexican bus. Then I ended up making it all the way to Tijuana. When I got to Tijuana, I crossed the border right in Chula Vista. Then I got one of the vans that took me to Hunter Park, and I made it home, everybody. And it was wild. It was a life event. It was dramatic. It had love, had everything. And that Filipina, she was awesome. It's just that we had a different culture. That was the only thing that it wasn't gonna make it. Plus, she was old school. All I could do is hold her hand and kiss her. There was no affections or none of that. It was old school. She said if I ever wanted to be with her, I had to get married with her and I had to get my shit together and have a job, and she would have helped me with everything. It was a small town where we went. Not from Oklahoma, about 30-40 minutes, and it was a small town. And she was gonna help me get a big time job. I would have probably been happy, but something called me and something brought me back home. But I got to see the Oklahoma bombing. I got to see the Waco. I seen it on TV, and then I passed through Corpus Christi with Selena. I made it to the hotel where she got assassinated, and I did all that in like in about a month. And then I went to Mexico. Then I came back. About 2 months. It was just those times in life that you don't know where you belong. You don't know what you want. You don't know who you are. So you're trying to find your own footing. And I knew I belonged to my family, and I belonged to LA. So that was my road trip that I did. And the reason I did the road trip was because of Frank Ramirez, Pila's husband. He always told me that he traveled before he got married and all that. And he made it all over. And he inspired me. And then also my grandpa inspired me. My grandpa went to Cuba, and he was a traveler. I've always been a traveler, everybody. I had money. I had a couple of $1,000. I was on top of my world. I wasn't happy. I was missing something. And I was curious to just go explore. I really wanted to make it to New York. I wanted to go to the White House. I just wanted to experience that. Go to the Liberty Tower, go to Manhattan, and go all over. Make it to the Trump Tower, everybody. Back then, Home Alone and all that. But I didn't make it to New York. I also wanted to go to Florida, Miami to be exact. I wanted to be there for spring break and all that, but I didn't make it. I made it as far as Oklahoma. I forgot the small town where I went. I was there about I'll say about 7 days. So money wasn't the object to me. I was just lost. I needed a change in my life. So hope you guys enjoy the videos, and it's worth it to just get on and not give a fuck where you go. It's a good experience. You find yourself. Well, everybody, just letting you guys know, sky's the limit. Don't force anything, and live life to the fullest. Travel, enjoy yourself, go experience new places, and see where life takes you. Life's a journey, and journey, no one knows where it stops. Hope you guys enjoy the video.
Like pancakes. And you have also talked about more bomb threats around the country. One at an IRS office in Boston. Another one at the federal building in Fort Worth, Texas. Now, we're not sure how all of this is connected, but we're getting word of this over the wire and through the telephone. There you're seeing more pictures of the Murrah Federal Building and the complete devastation there, and just a huge chunk blown out of it. We've been talking about the World Trade Center bombing and any similarities there. We understand now that President Clinton is sending a team in to investigate this blast, and it will be the same team that investigated the World Trade Center bombing, which, as I mentioned, was just about 2 years ago. We mentioned the correlation to the Branch Davidian fire, which was 2 years ago today. The World Trade Center bombing anniversary was the day before the start of the standoff in Waco. So that would have been 2 years ago in February. A deadly coincidence, unfortunately. I was listening to a local radio station when I was coming in. It was KTOK, actually, and you had talked about this earlier, about the concerns of federal employees all across the area. They were getting the FBI out of that building at 50 Penn Place, where they're located, also trying to get the radio folks out of there because of their association with that building. So a major sense of a heightened alerts at this point for all federal employees in the Oklahoma City area. If you are just tuning in, just joining us today, because this would normally be the time when you would see our noon newscast, the newscast will pretty much last all day, I should assume. But if you were just joining us at 9 o'clock this morning, an explosion occurred at the Alfred Murrah Federal Building in downtown Oklahoma City. A blast that was felt for miles away. Cars all around the outside of the building, charred, shells right now. There you can see as the building was just simply cut away by this huge explosion. And as rescue workers were finally able to get in and started the evacuation process, everything was brought to a screeching standstill when bomb-sniffing dogs alerted the authorities that there were further explosive devices inside the building. We've had varying reports of how many there were, perhaps 2, perhaps 3. We do know that they have defused several of them, perhaps 2, perhaps 3. And we do know that at this point now, about an hour and a half after that original scare for the second explosive devices, just now are they finally able to get the rescue workers and those who were helping in the evacuation getting back in close to the scene. And as we've mentioned a couple of times, just an awful scene was played out earlier when they had to simply walk away from the people that they were helping at the time, as they were all ordered away from the building. Nobody else has been, the media has not been allowed closer to the building again yet. Certainly understandable. Only the very most essential people helping out with the rescue right now are starting to move back in. And it will only be once they get back inside that building that we get an idea of the kind of scale of work, not only that has already been done, but that there is left to do. Devin, we have submergency out of a local hospital, as we do out of all of them in the Oklahoma City area. But at Southwest Medical Center, they have a 2.5-year-old little girl, fair skin, red hair, and blue eyes. She is in stable condition right now, but they need to take her to surgery. They don't know who she is. They don't know who her parents are. So it's at Southwest Medical Center, a 2.5-year-old little girl, fair skin, red hair, blue eyes, in stable condition, but they need to take her to surgery, so please get down there. And that's the second instance of that same similar situation that we mentioned earlier at University Children's Hospital. They have 2 children under the age of 1 that they have not been able to find parents for yet and would like to treat. I understand that we have Kent Ogle back on the phone with us again. Kent has been over at Children's Hospital. Kent?
Yes, Devin, and just a breaking development right across the street on the south side here at the Health Sciences area, the Biomedical Sciences building is being evacuated. They've had bomb threats. They've just had some bomb threats. The police are inside. They are looking, but they have evacuated that building. We don't know if it's a copycat, what exactly the situation is. But again, the Biomedical Sciences building at the Oklahoma Health Sciences Center is being evacuated because they have had a bomb threat there. That's the latest on that, and just to get you up to date on what has gone on at the Children's Trauma Center, they now are up to 12 kids that they are treating at the Children's Trauma Center, ranging from 2 months old up to 18 years old. There is an 18-month-old baby with burns over 55% of his or her body. We don't know the sex on that child at this time. The injuries are ranging from fair to critical right now. 65 adults have been treated either at University or at Children's down here at the Health Sciences Center, and they are taking patients right now from St. Anthony's, being diverted from St. Anthony's, who is full, here at the University. So more to come down here. But again, this breaking news, again, the Biomedical Science Building here at the Health Sciences Center is being evacuated due to a bomb threat. The police are inside and looking around right now.
If it seemed like war yesterday, the reinforcements showed up tonight. At the center of it all, of course, is the bombed-out shell of the federal office building, and in its shadow, the exhausted, who for a day and a half now have sifted through its debris and counted its dead and seen up close why they call it terror.
It's like a garbage pile. It's just, it's unbelievable. Everywhere you dig, you find somebody. Everywhere.
It's a very slow, tedious process of removing the debris and extricating the fatalities and searching for survivors. You know, you hope and you pray that every time you turn a stone, there'll be a survivor somewhere. It hurts deep down as to why someone would do something of this magnitude. It's unreal.
It hurts down deep for everyone here. The curious now have come to see it for themselves, and still those who hold out hope come too, even though there is so little hope left.
If anybody knows of anything